Imagine if you were laid off in a city that wasn't doing economically very well, with the oil and gas industry failing. There were no jobs in sight. You then sat down to think about what you needed to do, but after calculating out all your assets, you accidentally found out that not only were you unemployed, but you were also financially independent. What a combination. Well, that's actually a true story that happened to me over 2 years ago, and I haven't turned my head back since. Hello everyone, this is Ronan Blue, and for those that don't know me, this channel is all about how my girlfriend and I just started our financially independent debt-free journey since paying off our mortgage. With my newfound freedom, I talk about how we made it happen, the forms of passive income we have, our thoughts of early retirement overseas, personal thoughts, and general financial issues. Today's topic is on accidentally becoming financially independent. Stay till the end of the vlog to see how we did it, and still continue to do so with a growing surplus each month. Just as a disclaimer, the information provided is a general guide and to be used for educational purposes only. So as you know from the introduction, we paid off our mortgage 2 years ago after going through a long debate on whether it was a good move or not, but turned out to be a great one. I covered this in my previous vlogs about the pros and cons in doing so, but for us it wasn't about making more interest from investing up money we put instead into paying that mortgage, but rather it was about having that peace of mind. At that time, we actually had both the ability to invest as well as in paying off that mortgage, and cutting that monthly mortgage expense was a refreshing idea for sure. We didn't immediately feel the effects right away, but being in it for the past few years is fantastic. It's almost impossible to go into debt again. But of course, if you already have the funds today to wipe out your mortgage, but you choose not to, you can potentially become financially independent as well. So I've been investing for close to 14 years now, routinely investing on a bi-weekly basis into dividend stocks and other assets. It was an interesting point in my life actually. 14 years back, I accumulated just enough to buy out my favorite car at the time, the Mazda RX-8 with the rotary engine, for about $30,000 USD. I was actually still living a frugal lifestyle back then as well, explaining why I was able to save so much in my younger days, and I felt I deserved a reward from after saving all that. But then I remembered a coworker of mine passing out a book on the topic of dividends. My financial literacy at the time was next to zero, and school never really taught us anything about personal finance. Although many professionals today claim to be knowledgeable in this field, in the end, personal finance is always going to be personal. Those financial decisions are made based on your personal circumstances. It's really 20% investment knowledge, and the other 80% is definitely your behavior on how you apply that knowledge. My mindset was already frugal from when I was a child. My Japanese parents had always taught me the value of treating every item you have in your possession with respect, with each item having a soul and everything having a place. As I grew older, however, like most children, I went against a lot of the things my parents had said, but for some reason being frugal and having respect for my things always held true, and I always took care of them until I wasn't able to anymore, explaining why I had very few things. So that's how I grew up living as a child. The word minimalism didn't even exist back then, as most people would know it as today. So I was living this life with no label until somebody decided to call it minimalism. Anyway, my decision was hard at the time to buy either that car or to invest. I knew if I bought that car, I would still take care of it as I have for all of my things in the past, knowing that it had that soul. But my critical thinking came into play at the moment of purchase. I thought about the effort that it took to save, the cost of maintenance and insurance. The word depreciation was the turning point, and all these factors made it more appealing to invest. Both decisions were risky, but I thought of Warren Buffett at the time from the book I had read. My old car was a small Dodge Omni hatchback with both handles that even broke off during the winter season. I had to unlock and crawl in from the back, no joke. This was until I had it fixed, but I was stuck with this car for 3 years and I really took care of it, but I really had to get a new one. Anyways, with the money I had, I ended up buying a way cheaper used car and put the rest into my newly created brokerage account, which is really the second stage of my journey to becoming financially independent. So it comes back to behavior again. I can make a million of these financial vlogs with people watching, but never really applying the concepts with their lives. Everyone is unique in their behaviors and situations. How one method works for another doesn't necessarily mean it's going to work for you. It's hard to adopt a lot of these methods I speak of, and this is understood as it took me from childhood to learn them. But for my brokerage account though, when I first opened it, I brought the same mindset I had into it, following stage 1 and being frugal. Everything went into my brokerage account every 2-week period, just throwing away with no second thought about it and taking care of it. I hardly spent on materialism. I was even surprised I had a girlfriend at the time, but she was agreeable with my lifestyle, to a certain extent. But with that growth in mind, compound interest was a great ally, buying only things from money I had made from the money invested, if that makes sense. Don't use too much of the money from the tap, your job, to spend on things. Invest it first. For purchases, only after I had done extensive research on a particular item and where it fit into my lifestyle was when I decided to get it. I do have a Roomba, by the way. My friends and family would always think I was poor because I didn't have much stuff. There is a value in looking poor, however, that most people don't understand, but I just went ahead and ignored them. Status didn't really matter to me. I thought I'd rather have my friends and family instead of stuff. I also didn't have a financial advisor at all, guiding me for my brokerage account. With the fees involved, it was like reverse compound interest, them benefiting from knowledge that was readily available if you put in the effort to know it. And sometimes the companies actually look out for their own and not yours. Along the way, I started accumulating investment knowledge for the last 14 years, and not just in the stock market, memorizing ticker symbols, balance sheets, seasonal movements, and being open to new ideas. I had routinely contributed to the growth of my stock dividend every 2 weeks for 14 years. My girlfriend saw the results as well and joined. That compound interest as well as the appreciation of the stocks had grown to a very sizable amount where we had realized from 2 years back I didn't need a job to survive. It actually gave me the opportunity to explore non-traditional means of further growing my passive income stream. I had my dividends and my girlfriend and I also decided to pay off our rental income as well, bringing in rental income on time every time. I also started day trading from 2 years ago over the S&P 500 E-mini futures zero-sum markets, where a good mentor had taught me the ropes. I bought physical precious metals, silver. I invested into the crypto space, which is down recently, yes, but give it some time, not investment advice. I started this YouTube channel as well, just recently monetized and growing steadily. I have vlogs for all of these points mentioned. With all this in combination, our net worth still continues to rise up, and I have vlogs for this as well. It's going up faster than it ever has before, especially after our mortgage has been paid off with having no traditional job. Even with the recent downturn over the stock market, while it's been going up recently, we are still quite comfortable, having started investing 14 years ago into dividends and some growth stocks. This is all while living frugally. We are basically trading materialism with freedom, if that makes sense. We have no interest in the latest gadgets. I don't even have a cell phone plan. I use Line as a free messenger app. Yes, I do force my friends to get it on their phones, but they're happy to do so. And other points that I do are mentioned in my previous vlogs. But while all of this is going on, we are thinking of living abroad where we would probably flourish even more as individuals, growing that experience, which we believe is more precious than any amount of money we accumulate. It'll take some time for us to choose the country we want to retire to because of our nature, but check out our recent Malaysia vlog if you're interested. But the point of this vlog is that you may also potentially become accidentally financially independent as well if you're disciplined enough. So the pursuit isn't in becoming rich, it's in being able to cover all your expenses each month and have a sizable surplus to invest each of those months going forward. It does work. We are living proof of it. If we can do it, you can certainly do it as well. Having that choice of working or not was always our goal. Well, tell me what you think of becoming accidentally financially independent in the comment section below, and watch out for part 2 of this vlog for more points I need to cover. If you like this vlog, please don't forget to give me a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell for more of my content here. Thank you for watching my vlog. I hope you have a great day and see you soon.